This is Twit.
Hey, Leo, I'm a broke Mac geek. I've been with Mac since my Mac Classic in 1989.
Oh, wow.
But now I've got 5 children aged 9 to 19.
Oh,
It's kind of expensive to Apple everybody with that.
Yeah.
And so what we've done is we've given some of the kids who are at home Chromebooks.
I think a great choice for kids.
Partly because there is a Mac, an iMac in the living room, so if there's anything they need for a little heavier lifting, or especially printing. Printing seems to be a little problematic on that original Chromebook that we got, that original little 11-inch Samsung. So my daughter's going off to college next year, and she's not going to have another computer in the house to back her up in the dorms. She's going to kind of be on her own. So we're thinking, do we go with a real low-spec MacBook Air, which is really what she wants because the kids all going to college want a MacBook
Yeah, the
Air.
new base model, they dropped the price $100. It's $899.
And then there's education discounts.
Yeah, 10% off of that. Yeah. I think that's a when you're talking $800 for a MacBook Air. Now, it's an 11-inch, but I think for a student, that's a perfect choice. It's very light, very small. I think that's actually a great choice.
Yeah, I see that they've got these new Chromebook 2s that are supposed to come out any day now, including that Samsung one with the faux leather top.
I was so skeptical about Chromebooks when they first came out. I thought, why would you spend money on a computer that's nothing more than a glorified browser? But what's happened over time is, first of all, we can do more and more with our browser. And if you live in the Google Docs world, and it sounds like your kids kind of do, where they use, Google spreadsheets, presentations, word processors. They use Gmail for their mail. A Chromebook is actually a really good choice. It does all the stuff. It does mail. It does surfing. You can add Chrome extensions to do almost anything. I can't think of a whole lot of things a student would want to do.
If she goes Chromebook, she doesn't have an iTunes library.
No. Here's what you do though. Before you leave, you upload everything to Google Music.
Oh, okay.
You can do that. There's a plug-in for your Mac. I presume all the music's accessible to the iMac in the living room, right?
Right.
So you run the, and you have plenty of time to do this. It'll take, maybe it depends how much music you have, but it'll take a little time, a few days. But you run that Google Music. This is free, by the way, Google Music. And I think you put 25,000 songs on there. She'll have access to all those songs on her Chromebook. Okay. Not storing them, which is fine, but streaming them. And I presume she will have internet access in her new.
The college has Wi-Fi everywhere,
and they don't mind.
I did a speedtest.net on it when we were doing our visit, and it was 14.
Perfect.
So,
plenty.
That'll work.
Plenty. Yeah. So that would actually be a great music solution for her. If you wanted to really be a generous dad, and with 5 kids you may not, but for $10 a month she can have a Google Play Music account that gives her access to all 20 million songs, plus radio, and I mean it is a musical solution. Maybe she gets a job at the campus sweet shop and she pays for it.
Right. These new Chromebook 2s are due out any day now.
Yeah, they're nice.
They got 4. My oldest son has the original Chromebook 11-inch, tiny plastic one.
Yeah, these new ones are better. Yeah.
It really has memory issues. He can't open up more than about 3 or 4 tabs, but he just learns to live with that.
These have more RAM. They have 2 gigs of RAM.
I think it's 4.
4? Well, even better.
Okay.
Even better. Yeah, you're not going to have any trouble. And these are faster processors. They're a little more expensive. This is what I always thought Google should do. It's good to have a $200, $250 model. They also sell, for reasons no one understands, a $1,300 Chromebook Pixel. That's way crazy. I have that one. It's nice, but it's crazy. But I always thought they should have something in the middle, $300 to $500, that has more horsepower, that's a nicer computer, better screen, higher res screen, and I think that's what these Chromebook 2s are aimed at. And I do think they're fine. You should think about what you're going to lose. So music's one. You don't have iTunes, but I think there's a way around that. The other, maybe more important, and this only the school will know, will instructors require her to run software? Because she can't. She'll have to go to the computer lab to do that. So if she's taking a computer-aided design course, for instance, and they say, well, you got to have AutoCAD, well, you're not going to run that on a Chromebook. So
right.
that would be one area where not having a computer might be a disadvantage. Is this her first year?
Yes.
Yeah, no freshman class is going to require software.
It's criminal justice, so no.
Oh, Wow. Well, it might. Now, that's interesting. There may be forensics programs she needs to run. I don't know. Ask the bursar. Ask the school or the head of the the criminal justice department what the expectation would be. They may say we expect every kid to come in here with a Windows machine. They may well say that. But I personally think a Chromebook is an ideal student experience.
Right. Well, we've really liked it for the kids who've been at home. The only thing we had is we had one of the $200 Acers.
Yeah. Which
was a little flimsy and plasticky, although that got solved when someone stepped on it, so it wouldn't have mattered.
And by the way, that's kind of how Google was advertising it. You remember those early Chromebook ads? They had a dog, and it was the point of it was this is such a cheap computer, you don't care if the dog slurps on it because you just buy another one.
Right, and then that's what happened with your younger sister with the home model. Okay, you ruined it. Okay, no.
I think you'd be very happy with a Chromebook. I've completely come full circle on that. I think schools that are doing one-to-one programs, instead of giving students iPads or laptops, really should consider Chromebooks. They're secure. You can't get in trouble with them. If you do, the power wash makes it easy, and everything's stored in the cloud. So if she wants something more powerful or she comes home, she doesn't have to bring her Chromebook home. She can access her stuff on Google Docs.
The two things Dad is like, there's no support, there's no viruses, there's no stuff.
It's so easy. Yeah.
And the other is if we share a document with one another, either by having two instances where we're logging onto their account, or we do the share a document and I log in the document, we can actually both edit it at the same time.
There you go.
And so Dad has edited an awful lot of high school and college essays with that while the kid sees what's being done. And they,
I think you nailed it. I think this is a great solution, especially for a family with a lot of kids off to school, and they all need computers. The Chromebook is a great solution. I think a lot of schools, the Chromebook is a great solution for them too. They're
not touching my MacBook Pro.
No, that's Dad's.
I'm very personal about that.
That's Dad's. Hey, I'm glad you called. Thank you, Jay. And
Thank you,
you're a great dad. You're making it work, and I love that. That's awesome. That's awesome.